Hello, and let me start by saying thank you for listening to the Calm Mum Show podcast. I'm your host Lorraine Walker, a cognitive behavioural hypnotherapist, child educator and mindset coach, and I'll be bringing you tiny 10-minute episodes, injecting some TLC to you mums out there to help shift your mindset if you're stuck, help you rein in your inner momzilla and unleash your calmer mama. I hope you enjoy. This is for you mums, not the wife or the partner or the sister or the friend or even the daughter, just you. You know, the you before motherhood and spinning plates and juggling balls, keeping everyone else fed and watered and organised, making sure their lives run smoothly. But where are you? Who's looking after you in this sea of organised chaos? This is what I want to talk about today. I work with mums, that's my area. I work with women and children. And the common stressors are mostly the same. In fact, it's quite surprising how many mums feel like this. They feel like they're doing it all. Maybe you're a single mum and you don't have anyone at home to sort of share the load. Or maybe you do have a partner, but they're just like an extra child to you. If you're lucky enough to have a partner who shares the load and takes part in all of the household jobs and the child care, you're one of the lucky ones. But there's a lot of mums out there that are struggling with overwhelm. So, and maybe you live abroad, if you're a mum who lives abroad and you're away from your network of support. But maybe you do have a network of support and they're all busy too. So although you have them close to you, they're not actually much of a support for various reasons. And on top of that, your busy home life, you may be a working mum and you have all those additional pressures too. Maybe you have children or a child with additional needs, and that adds even more pressure, and the list goes on. When I was talking to a group of mums just a few months ago, their biggest fears were, what happens if I reach burnout? What happens if I actually just drop the juggling balls and stop spinning the plates? What's going to happen then? Who'll look after the kids or see to the kids if they've got additional needs? I know their little quirky idiosyncrasies of behaviour. Who'll do that? This was especially for mums who had husbands that worked or husbands that worked away or single mums, because they actually do absolutely everything. So a question was, so who'll do everything? If I go under? Another stressor that this group of mums talked about was one of their biggest challenges was staying calm when the kids don't listen and they find themselves repeating themselves over and over again to the point where they just lose their cool. And I'm a nanny now. My two daughters are in their mid-30s. I'm on to grandchildren, but my goodness, I can remember the days where I would scream at the top of my voice to the point where I lost the saliva in the back of my throat. Have you ever been there? Do you ever get? I'm not proud of it, but if I knew what I know now, I certainly wouldn't have done that. But it's human nature. You're tearing your hair out and you just want the kids to stop what they're doing, listen, and just tidy their toys or whatever it is, but they just don't listen. But that's because children are in their own little world. They're busy with their own priorities and their priority is not yours. But that being said, that's another story about how to manage behaviour. This podcast is about helping mums to realise that they're putting themselves at the bottom of the pecking order. They're not taking care of themselves. I'm no fairy godmother, but what I can do is sprinkle a little bit of calm dust with my mums and the children I have in therapy. And because one of the most important and basic tools of self-preservation is self-care, self-acceptance and self-love. And no, I know people really struggle with self-love. What the heck is self-love anyway? Well, I'll tell you what it's not. It's not self-indulgent, egotistical or narcissistic. In fact, self-care is a necessity. If you want to run your business, your home, or if you have children and you want to parent as the best version of yourself, you need to start incorporating some self-care activities into your day. Now, another area why self-love is put on the back burner as people pleasing. And believe me, I used to put me on hold as well. I was a constant people pleaser. And I think I still am to a certain extent, but I'm more aware of my self-care now, so it's not an issue anymore. I know when to say no. But people pleasing, it's one of the main energy vampires attacking your self-love, your self-care, your self-esteem, because you put everyone else's needs first. You go above and beyond for everyone else, whether that's your customers, your family, your friends. You constantly give away a piece of yourself, bit by bit, until eventually you're heading towards overwhelm and, dare I say, burnout. I'll be looking at people pleasing in more depth on another episode, but for now the focus is on you spinning plates and juggling balls. Well, it's time that you actually started to put them down one by one. Your world actually won't fall apart if you do, once you learn some basic self-care, self-love activities. You'll have a clearer focus on what you can actually stop spinning and let go of, and that's got to be a good thing, hasn't it? Self-love is about putting yourself first, not the selfish kind of putting yourself first to the detriment of everyone else. Self-love just means implementing some mindful me time into your day. So if you've ever been on a flight and you listen to the safety talk, they say in an emergency, put your own seatbelt on, your own mask on before you attend to others you're responsible for. So when you think about it, that makes sense, doesn't it? Now, you implementing some me time into your day could be as simple as, actually, if you're a mum, going to the toilet in peace without your entourage of little ones. God, I remember those days well. You had to leave the bathroom door open. Or me time could just be having a cuppa away from your desk if you're at work. Walking the dog, spending time in nature, having a bubble bath or doing a 5-minute meditation. Anything that gives you a sense of me time is implementing some self-care and self-love. So you can see why self-love is not selfish. It's actually a necessity. So if you're reaching overwhelm and you know you're a people pleaser and you know you're constantly spinning plates and juggling balls and you know you don't implement some self-love into your day, head over to my website store and hit the freebie section and access the self-love form and have a go at the opinion you have of yourself. Just have a go and do a bit of reflection on your self-worth. And there's also a self-care newsletter there and a free course, just a short bite-sized 30-minute course, an introduction to mindfulness, and start planning some me time into your day. Thanks for listening, and thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you've had some mindful moments to take away. So in your mind, something you've learned, in your heart, something you've felt, and for your mindful mum toolbox, something that you can actually take away today. And remember, you can connect with me by tapping on the microphone, send me a message, or visit my website or connect on social media. I would love to have you join my new community, the Calm Mums Academy. And one last thought for all you mamas out there, remember, you're the best mama for your child, so take good care of you. Until the next time, bye for now.